Hello and welcome to another modelling video. This is Alan from the Mokanaman at YouTube with another model video. Reviewing Animaga 2025, an anime event in Melbourne during the 23rd and 24th of August at the Melbourne Exhibition Centre. A long run event which I've attended every single one. Not to be concerned, it does have a model workshop and display near the end. Quick disclaimer, my views and biases, experiences is very biased as I'm a part of the organising team and staff member. Over the years it has definitely grown to record breaking attendee levels, selling out on the first day and near capacity on Sunday. If you wish to attend, it's highly advised to pre-plan and purchase your ticket online fairly early, as on the day it was unlikely to impossible to purchase a ticket. The managements and systems have drastically changed to far easier access and traversing in and out of the venue without delay or bottlenecks. With more exhibition bays also equals more space, plus extra features and content. What is there to see and do besides exploring, purchasing, cosplaying, photography and social activity? Plenty of displays, more later on. The most obvious and impressive in the foyer is the Itasha cars, or painful cars. These are designed, wrapped and driven by normal people in the community, sometimes banned in clubs, and like to display often, showcasing their love for the medium with members and a business on hand to help you get involved. Very large guests are invited to do main stage panels, Q&As. They range from voice actors, artists, VTubers. I don't know much about this, but they do impact major shows and personalities. You can get exclusive merch, meet and greets, signed goods. Those require a token that you have to come in straight as the event opens and apply to a general time. There's also a lottery. I advise to get the VIP ticket to get in as early as possible to achieve this if it's your interest. Outside in the Eureka room there is a maid cafe, much like the themed roleplay cafes in Japan. It's interactive. They do dances and shows, including this big parade early in the morning. You do need to book and pay prior. We're following social media and checking that out. The Traders Hall takes a good quarter of the entire floor space, with a massive and diverse range of anime and pop culture merchandise and services, from toys and collectibles, apparel. You can find direct suppliers with cheap or exclusive deals. Exclusives even directly ask questions or handle it before purchasing. Limited, but a few traders did sell model kits and Gunpla, though there is a supply shortage at the moment. The Artist Alley is the real treasure, and another big step from last year's offerings. A mix of genres and art groups, styles, everything from traditional pins, prints and stickers to home and handmade plushes, miniatures, ceramics, even a Toho circle with music, covering different eras and genres, styles of anime and other pop culture like furry. A percentage even full-time professionals, very well known social media influence brands, and even popular internationals. For the spectator experience, allotted 4 stages. First, the main stage for the biggest acts and draws. Guest cosplay competition idol. The Starlight stage, where music acts and local idols would perform. The cheer squads of the glow sticks are always pretty cool. The panel stage, sadly I don't know what exactly happened there. Lastly, trivia, a game show style format that's fully interactive with a friendly, inviting atmosphere where all is welcomed. Activities, or what you can do in the hall. The whole West End Hall was dedicated to various clubs, organisations and internal staff, donating time and resources, starting with video games. Small collection of Japanese arcade pieces, DDR mat, consoles, a simulator and even sponsored TVs more in the trader area, all covering competitive or rhythm music based games. Next door is Tabletop, a collection of TCG and other card game setups. In the past they've done giveaway and starter decks, tutorials, With some board games and societies, I saw Go. Then the Mahjong setup, which was very impressive, including a power table and staff on standby to teach and assist. Further down was the very large and impressive artist section. Free space and paper to draw with Copic markers and other mediums materials. Forms for on-the-day competition pieces. Fans, sand jars, pipe cleaner sculptures. The ability to test out and try digital tablets, a drawing artist wall, and a special machine for making your own con badges. On the outer petition walls was the space or gallery to display entries for the various competitions that received very generous prizes, and a mock shrine to put prayers and wishes. A little pocket further in is the BJD, Ball Jointed Doll area, hosted by the Melbourne Ball Jointed Doll Emporium. With a few tables, backdrop and a different theme every year, a whole range of handmade and production dolls, dressed and painted, are displayed in various scales and sizes, all from private collections. With members on the sides to curate and explain how to get into the hobby, a few even repairing and dressing up the dolls in the Gunpla section. The plamo and Gunpla section was where I mostly resided and coordinated, sponsored by Ryan Pla Hobby Shop and Bandai, with a booked demonstration build area, free build area, figure painting, display, competition and staff on hand to help. We were provided with a bunch of 30-minute mission rookie soldiers and Velociraptor clear Bandai models, specially boxed and prepared for event distribution and introduction to the hobby. These differ to normal and traditional Bandai Gunpla and model kits as a brittle ABS with a very thin nub, less sprue that you can push out with your fingers, and simple enough that they can be built within 30 to 15 minutes. The rookie soldier was distributed to people with a bit more experience or keen in the hobby, and the dinosaur for beginners and those unsure. Me and the crew resided to the side, showcasing more complex builds and answering or helping with people's questions and inquiries in the hobby. I did manage to pop in an hour and a half of demonstrations on Sunday, but had quite a few responsibilities prior to the event set up and on the day. First, I was designated the coordinator of the area, selected the staff and volunteers, trained them up and tasked them roughly the flow and how the workshop works, adjusting the mood interactions with the guests, layout and look, all the prior paperwork, meetings, online write-ups, social media stuff before the team went over it and posted it, and a lot more. Outside of this role, I also look after the event and space safety, electrical compliance and other event assistant with my long experience in setting up vending and running workshops over the years. Also stepping into other areas when assistance is required, documenting with my camera, making the video like the influencer creator program, and interacting with the sponsor in negotiations for the workshop. All of it was a massive success and our best workshop in a few years, wiping me out for the whole weekend. The team and I loved the job and had an amazing time interacting with everyone. The figures were anime chibi fumo plaster casts of the Animaga mascots, a project from a couple of years ago. Water-based acrylic paints were applied to paint them up, and you could have a very old-fashioned primitive garage kit. We also got to spend a bit of time with some skits and silliness with cosplayers and other people in sci-fi, military or mech genre interests. A TV just flashed images and videos of introduction, tutorials, history of Zoids, Gundam and other information, including how to build various type of models from Kodabakir to an Airfix Spitfire for anyone interested. Around the TV was the competition and display, divided in snap build kits. lent to us by good friends, volunteers, staff, and people attending the convention, all expertly built and very clean. Sadly, with the decline of painting and glued together kits, the only models in this section were entered by me. All you've seen before, except for the 1144 quid month, not 100% done, but debuted for the first time. Forgot to mention a quick display on the cosplay area catering to the competition people and Lolita display, plus Captain Patch's cosplay repair station. This concludes the review, or more so introduction and my view of the event. I want to thank Colin Chan and Cha Cha for inviting me and still being good friends and providing space for the community and hobby. All of the volunteers and staff working very hard, especially in the not so visible and thankless roles. And lastly, most important, all the attendees that decided to come and show their own personality, individuality in cosplay, interacting, and making it an extremely general and pleasant area to be with shared interests in the most polite and drama-free way possible in a space this big. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, until next time, stay tuned for further content, and we'll catch you guys next time. See you later.